Spoilers, Mithy, you got player of the series, and I think a lot of it was due to the Game 5. So tell me right now, what is running through your head? How are you feeling after such a close series against Splice?
Relieved, I guess. I'm kind of disappointed in Game 5 because I missed a flash combo that would have ended the game really much faster. So yeah, I was a bit stressed out that I missed that, but I think I played a pretty good last team fight. So yeah, I'm happy for that.
And speaking of those moments, I mean, you had that clutch final team fight, but also you, Perkz. This series, I think it's safe to say, was a little bit of a struggle for you. You got so much attention in the mid lane. That last game, the laning phase didn't go well. And then you come in behind a dragon on a blast cone to turn around a fight. How do you have the confidence to do that after struggling so much in the early game?
Honestly, this was like the worst series of my life, I think. I don't know what happened. I feel like just my day was, like my focus was just off. I was playing really bad in the early games, game 1, 3, and 4. And I was like costing my team. Actually, the game with Corky, I lost the game alone. And the other games, I was just, I was getting attention, but like I could have played so much better. And I'm really disappointed in myself. But there was like so many thoughts actually going through my head, but I was just trying to focus and center on the presence. And then I just went full no regrets and flash every time I have flash up, and yeah. And if Mithy didn't int it once, he would have won the game faster. But.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god. Okay, you guys are coming into this so positive, but you're talking about like the tension in the game. We heard from the desk as well that sometimes Perkz, maybe Sven as well, you guys can be emotional players. After that game 1, were you guys worried at all? Did you think even for a second that we would have been going to a game 5?
I don't think we're emotional players at all, honestly. Like, yeah, not really. I think we are probably the least emotional team of all the teams that are in the LCS, I would say. So, yeah.
I mean, it definitely showed in the consistency that you found there. Now, coming into this series, what did your prep look like to go toe-to-toe with Splice? Because we look at their last week of games and not a whole lot that you can pull from there. So were you prepping internally, like just looking at what G2 can do better, or were you trying to figure out what Splice would bring to the table as well?
Yeah, we were definitely just looking at what we can do better. We had no idea what Splice likes to play. There's a new patch too, and Senkox is known to play cheesy stuff, so we actually expected him to play Malzahar and stuff, and he ended up playing meta champions. I think it's the first time I ever see Senkox and Orianna, honestly. So yeah, it was not what we expected, and I think they did pretty good drafts. I don't think we like adapted in the second phase of the drafts good enough. Like in the first game, we should have either banned Morgana or banned Camille, and then in one game where they had like the Jarvan, Rakan, Orianna combo, we could have won, but we were still playing like champions that were not really on our comfort because they basically denied us the mage matchup because it would just die to that combo. So I think they caught us a little bit off guard, and we were able to adapt quite okay, but I think we just made some mistakes. I don't think we played bad. I think they played quite good, but yeah, I think we made some mistakes ourselves.
We did see some improvement coming in from Splice. At least I felt like. Perkz, I know you've been very critical of your own performance in this series, but what was your impression of Senkox this series? It felt like he played much better than at least I would have expected looking at the regular season.
I think he played really well. Like overall, he didn't do many mistakes, and he was always equal in lane, trading priority with me, pushing in, getting pushed in, and he was just playing well in team fights, well on the map. I think like he played really well. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, it's good to hear that you can acknowledge that now moving forward. Once again, you're critical of your own performance. What now do you do in the week before you have to go toe-to-toe with H2K? What do you do in preparation? How do you regain that focus? How do you regain that composure coming into your next series?
Well, honestly, I was just not very confident in the drafts and what I can prepare, and some stuff that we played today. Some stuff we practiced a lot, but some stuff we didn't really play much against. And it's a new patch, so I didn't really know what to prioritize on mid lane so much. I came up with some idea myself, but also I just have to focus on my own play, and yeah, that's mostly it.
All right, well, Mithy, in terms of what you guys have learned about the patch, I know that there were a lot of changes to mid lane, but it feels like some changes just across the board. Do you feel like you guys now have a more developed understanding after playing it on stage, not just scrimming it? Do you feel like maybe we will see an improved G2 coming into the match against H2K next week?
Pretty sure we will pick up 1 or 2 more mid lane picks, and other than that, I'd probably see the same G2. I don't know, bot lane is so strange because Normally, when I go into playoffs, I tell myself, okay, you're going to play these 4 champions, and then I just stick to them and play to my best. But this split, I decided that, I don't know, I had like a huge motivation urge, so I've been playing more solo queue than, I'm playing the same amount of solo queue I played when I was in Lemon Dogs, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but I just feel very, very comfortable with my own play, and I can just play every champion right now, so bot lane we can play everything, and I think it's gonna go very well for us, like the more we play in this patch, because all of my teammates just are willing to pick up every champ and play it very well, so yeah.
It's good to hear that confidence, that commitment to improvement from both of you, but I have to ask, because this is the first year you've been in the quarterfinals, this is the first time I've seen G2 taken to a Game 5 in a playoffs ever, right? And so I'm wondering, do you feel like this is the weakest G2 has been going into playoffs?
Well, I don't think this is necessarily the weakest G2 has been going into playoffs. Just before, we were always in the bye, so we'd always see what other teams would play. And we are really, really good at adapting to other teams, like even in the series or just seeing what they do, their pathing, their the champions they play, their play. So like every player has his tendencies, and we are just good at reading them and learning like how to play against them. This is the first time we had to play quarterfinals. Honestly, it's just insane pressure too. You can't like. I had to stop myself from thinking about what if I lose now, you know, like what if I lose in quarterfinals after winning splits for 3 splits in a row. So this has just been like a huge shock for me, like personally, and it can only go upwards from here. Like, yeah, we're gonna pick it up.
All right, Mithy, you feeling the same level of confidence moving forward for G2?
I stick to what I said. I think we're going to win that whole thing. This doesn't change anything.
All right, it's good to hear the confidence. Congrats again on your Game 5 win over Splice, gentlemen, in the series in the quarterfinals. Good luck to you again in your series against H2K next week. For now, though, we're going to send it back to the casters to take a look at some dope plays from earlier in the week.